Wait, Netflix runs on Java? You're 4 episodes deep into a Netflix show you definitely don't need to finish, and someone drops a bomb on you. Hey, did you know Netflix's backend is mostly Java? Java, the language where creating a variable feels like filing a noise complaint with the city council, the one where someone on Reddit once said, and I quote, "Java is what happens when a committee designs a language and none of them talk to each other." That Java is running the most watched streaming platform on Earth. Your brain wants to reject this. Netflix is smooth. Netflix is fast. Netflix recommends you exactly the kind of true crime content that makes your friends worried about you. Surely it's built on something cooler, some sleek, minimal language that a 23-year-old in a turtleneck invented last Tuesday. Nope, it's Java with Spring Boot, surrounded by microservices, humming along like a server room that's been running since 2007 and has never once complained. And here's what's wild. Netflix didn't get stuck with Java, they chose it. Then they built open source tools in it that the rest of the industry now depends on. Hystrix, Eureka, Zool, tools handling millions of requests per second, written in the language your professor used to teach you what a for loop is. Half the people dunking on Java are writing Kotlin, which runs on the JVM. The call is coming from inside the house. The truth is, Java is unkillable. Every year someone publishes why Java is finally dead. And every year, 90% of Fortune 500 companies keep running it in production without blinking. It's not trendy, it's not aesthetic, but it scales, it's stable, and it does not care about your hot takes. So next time you hit play and your show loads in half a second, that's Java. Quietly, boringly, legendarily doing its job. Drop your Java horror story in the comments, or your redemption arc. No judgment either way.
Smash the like button and subscribe if you enjoyed this.